Welcome back to our city. I hope everyone enjoyed the festivities of St. Patrick's Day last week. Last week was the Newark Parade on Friday, and the week before that was the Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 12th in the city of Union. This week, I hope you're getting ready for the next round of the NCAAs. And after last week's exciting first round, I'm sure there's a lot more good basketball for you basketball fans out there. A few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. On Thursday, March 24th, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to join members of the Elizabeth Fire Department and the Elizabeth Honor Guard of our city in receiving steel from the World Trade Center site. This will be an honorary acceptance ceremony, and that steel that we receive in the city of Elizabeth is a token of appreciation for the men and women of our city who went there on 9/11, 2001 to help those in New York and to also help with any rescue efforts that were ongoing in those hours in the aftermath of that tragedy. The steel will be utilized at a later date to construct a memorial in our community. On Friday, March 25th at 1:30, I'm going to attend an AARP event, and this is the Elizabeth Chapter Celebration. This event will be held at the Stephen Sampson Center, located on Anna Street. If any of our more experienced members of our population would like to get information on the AARP and the event being held at the Stephen Sampson Center, they can call my office 820-4170 or our public information office at 908-820-4124. For these or any other information, you may reach our public information office 820-4124 for further information. Now spring rolls around, and every year spring rolls around, we get into softball, baseball, Little League, and making sure that people can play the national pastime of our country, baseball. And tonight, joining me on the show is a special young lady who has helped organize a fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network. It's titled Play Ball for Miracles, and I'm pleased to be joined by Miss Erin Kelly McGinnis. Erin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Now, you've been on the show before.
Yes.
And you've been on the show touting your efforts with Play Ball for Miracles, which has really grown. So, but first, I want you to tell us, how did Play Ball for Miracles begin?
Well, Play Ball for Miracles actually started in 2005 after Patrick McNabb, who is the son of an Elizabeth fireman, was diagnosed with a bleeding disorder. I had worked at a charity tournament the year before where the woman was trying to raise money for Children's Miracle Network, but I wanted to bring it back home to where we were, and then Patrick got sick and everything snowballed from there. But
so you've been involved with it since 2005.
Yes.
So Play Ball for Miracles is a softball tournament?
It's a charity softball tournament for the hospitals.
And how does that work? What charity is it that the people are actually playing for?
You're playing for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. They changed their name this year, so they take the money and they use it to help all the kids who are being treated at Robert Wood Johnson or Bristol Myers, or there's a Children's Specialized Hospital on Westwood Avenue in Roselle Park. So it's pretty much everywhere in New Jersey. And
this organization of hospitals needs fundraising in order to help kids maybe get a wheelchair or something like that, if that was the case, or not in Patrick's case.
Exactly. It's to either advance the care facilities that they have there, to help the kids who can't pay for their care, and to give everybody any opportunity they can to better the medical attention that they can give to the children.
Now last year, Erin, the tournament was rained out, but you rescheduled it in the end of August or early September, I don't remember.
We played in the end of August.
And while a couple of teams didn't make it, you still had a bang-up tournament, correct?
I went from 40 teams scheduled to play in April down to about 32, but I picked up new teams that weren't supposed to play in April that wanted to play in August.
So how many did you wind up with?
I think we played with 35 going into the day. But overall, if you take all the teams that we had, it's probably about 45 to 50 teams that signed up between April and August.
So you had, that's remarkable, by the way. I used to umpire softball games, so when I go there, I know I get to see some of the umpires that I used to umpire with. But it's a 40-team tournament is a remarkable effort. You can't do this alone, do you?
I don't do this alone.
No. Tell us about some of the people you're actually working with in this.
Other than the sponsors that I have, I mean, to come and be there, you don't understand the impact of everything until you are there. But for the past 7 years, I've actually had the Elizabeth Fire Department standing behind me. A bunch of their guys come out. A bunch of them are actually neighbors of Patrick, so they're there every year, manning the grills, manning all the volunteer spots that we have. Like I said, basically the McNabb family or any of their friends, and they didn't even know about it the first year that we ran the tournament.
The first year you ran a tournament, how many? You didn't have 40 teams.
I had 6 teams the first year.
6 teams the first year, and it just kept growing and growing. So
it keeps growing. And growing.
Is this a one-pitch tournament?
It's one pitch.
It's
the only way to do it.
So yeah, 40 teams, I guess so.
40 teams in what, 10 hours?
You go, and so there's one winner at the end of the day?
There's a winner for every division. So I've got men's, women, and co-ed.
Okay, and where does the tournament take place this year?
So Warnaco Park.
Warnaco Park in Elizabeth Roselle Linden, right?
Yes. Warnaco Park is the only park big enough in Union County to hold our tournament.
And what time does it start?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yes.
What's the date this year?
April 16th.
April 16th. So you're going to get there right at the, hopefully the frost is all gone, right? There's no...
I just hope I don't step in mud this year and be like, oh no, this isn't happening.
Well, that early in April, we might be a little muddy, but the crew over there does an absolutely terrific job.
They are amazing.
Now, what are the requirements? You just talked about 3 different divisions, but what are the requirements to play?
The only requirements to play are you have to be 18. Then there's, like I said, there's the 3 divisions. So we got men's, women's, co-ed. Our co-ed division, you're only required to have 3 members of the opposite sex or 3 girls on the field at a time.
Why is it always that way? Why can't the women just play with only 3 men?
Why can't I get my women's division to grow? Everything else has.
No, the women's division is harder.
Yes, it's very hard to get the women to come out and play.
How many women teams do you usually get?
Last year we were scheduled to have 6 in April, and in August I had to cancel the division.
Because you didn't have enough?
Because I didn't have enough.
So you went to co-ed?
I have co-ed, so we just knocked the women's division out last year. Okay.
So are women signed up for this April?
Working on it.
Working on it. Not there yet.
Not there yet.
So it's mostly men, but how about the co-ed teams?
It's actually the co-ed teams are really picking up this year. I've got City Hall's playing. The county courthouse is playing.
Oh.
And they're going to get you in uniform.
I don't know if they're going to get me in uniform, but they're going to get me. Maybe they'll get me out there to pitch an inning or so. April 16th. I got to find out what time our game is. Who's the coach in Elizabeth?
I don't know.
You don't know yet, but we signed up.
The county courthouse signed up, and I know that City Hall made a phone call the other day.
Now, how can people sign up to play?
You can either go to our website, which is on League Lineup. They just have to look for Play Ball for Miracles, with the number 4, or email us at playball4miracles@yahoo.com. If you Google it on the web, it comes up.
It does.
We're all over the place.
Okay. And is there a fee for this?
It's $250 non-refundable fee to play in the tournament.
And you don't give money back, right? No.
We got rained out last year, and you still didn't get the money back because it's still considered a donation to the charity, and we still have to pay. Like, we have to pay all our fees regardless of whether or not Mother Nature doesn't want
the umpires.
The umpires actually come out and ump for free.
They do. All of them.
Yes. It is co-sponsored by ASA. It's been co-sponsored since day 1. And ASA has actually told me that they are very surprised that 7 years later we are still going as strong as we are. Yeah,
usually I used to be an ASA umpire. Usually they figure they do it once and then the charity goes away.
Every January, Keith Benavengo gets that phone call. We're at it again, so.
And that's good. That's a great commitment. Now, you get on the phone yourself and start making these calls, or you got people just coming to you now that you've been there so long?
I used to make all the phone calls and send out all the mail, but no, this year has been kind of nice.
There's other helpers?
Just about 5 phone calls and everything got done for me.
Now, where does all that money go?
All the money will go to Children's Miracle Network, and most of the money that they raise goes to Children's Specialized Hospital in Mountainside.
And they're an affiliate hospital for this. Yes. We're going to come back and we're going to start off with Patrick and the winner and how this happens. And I thank you for staying with us. We'll have a few commercials, okay? Please stay with us after these messages. We're back with more with Erin Kelly McGinnis on Play Ball for Miracles in Union County to be held April 16th.